19th edition of Around the Bases. Hi, I'm Ryan Yanishatis. Brandon McGrath is out. He's working on some stuff for us over the weekend. We're going to be taping some stuff, so I told him take the day off. It's good, so I'll bring you, so it's just me here today. He'll be back on Monday. Let's kick it off our week. Of course, I was at the Cub game yesterday, so we're going to recap the last 2 days of action. First, Game 3 of the Sox and the Jays happened 2 nights ago on Wednesday night, and the Sox win at 7-0. Quintana got the win at 1-0. Happ got the loss at 2-1. And then last night for the Sox, they lose to the Jays 3-1. Ari Dickey went to 2-2. Sale got the loss at 1-2. Jansen got his 5th save. Right now, Adam Dunn's in a little bit of a flux for the Sox, but again, at least they get out of there with a split. This is a team that has a chance to win the American League East this season. So I think really right now, when you look at it, this is probably one of the teams you need to at least get out with a split. You have a 4-game series against a contender. You face 4 of their top starters, and I think so. Yeah, I think they're good to come out there with a split. Again, Adam Dunn's struggling right now. They need him back. Right now, they go back home. I think that's maybe what's going to help him. This offense needs to get back going. And they had a very good game on Wednesday night. They had 7 runs. Quintana pitched very good. Heck, he didn't give up a run. But then last night they had trouble with the knuckleball. That was the problem. So I think that's the one thing that they had to watch out for. But again, the Sox do win on Wednesday and lose on Saturday. Or win on Wednesday, lose on Thursday. And excuse me, they leave with a split in Toronto. Now let's shift from the Sox to the Cubs. Game 2 on Wednesday night was postponed due to rain. As of right now, I don't think their makeup date has been announced. Then yesterday afternoon, I was at that game. Didn't think they were going to get it in. No rain. The game started on time, finished on time. Cubs win 6-2 as balls were flying out of the ballpark. Villanueva goes to 1-0. Agondo goes to 2-1. Big game for the Cubs. I think they really needed that one. Anthony Rizzo had a 2-run shot that was almost out of the ballpark with the wind blowing in. Soriano went back to back. You're going to see little clips of that in the city. I'm going to show in a sec. And then also, you saw the pitching was very good. Carlos Villanueva's pitched some good outings so far. He did give up a couple home runs to Kinsler and Nelson Cruz, but nonetheless, the Cubs able to pull out of that one. They win at 6-2. They split the 2 games there. Again, the makeup day, so the Rangers will come back at least one more time for sure one time to the north side of Chicago. But again, Villanueva goes to 1-0. Gondo goes to 2-1. Makeup date has not been announced. When it is, of course, we'll pass it on to you. Brewers and the Giants. The Brewers had a chance. They win the first one, 10-8. Then on Wednesday, they keep holding up. They beat the Giants again, 4-3 in a walk-off in the ninth. A base hit by Blake Lally, former prospect of the Cubs. Henderson got the win at 2-0. Casilla got the loss at 1-1. Again, the Giants, when they were in Wrigley, they were the ones coming back and winning. All of a sudden now it's the Brewers, because again the Brewers had a 3-0 lead. Giants tied up. They eventually get the win, so they were able to get a great win on Wednesday. And Thursday, no different. Brewers win at 7-2. Yvonne Gallardo coming out that old DUI thing, he's able to come out and answer. He gets a 2-run homer. I was watching part of that game, waiting for the game to start at Wrigley, so he hit a home run. But again, they played very well. They were able to attack Matt Cain, who still don't have a win yet this season. So I think really a rough start for him and the starters, but a difference. They win 3 out of 4, get lucky in a couple games at Wrigley, and then get swept by the Milwaukee Brewers. So I think a big thing, the Brewers might be feeling that momentum coming back. Aramis Ramirez could be back by the end of the month. Then at the end of May, Corey Hart. So I think right now, this team's really looking up going into this weekend series with the Chicago Cubs. But of course, Brewers sweep the defending World Series champion San Francisco Giants, and you got to think there's some momentum on that team. Right now, you got to think that they're a little happy and all that. So that is the weekend, or that is the week. Now it's time to, after recapping the last 2 days, it's time now to preview the weekend here. Cubs and Brewers are going to be playing each other up at Miller Park over the weekend. Tonight, at 7 o'clock on WCIU and Fox Sports Wisconsin, Jeff Samardzija at 1-2 against Marco Estrada at 1-0. So we'll see how that goes. I think it should be an interesting matchup. Jeff Samardzija's had a couple of rough outings. He's had a good start, so I think that's what's going to be interesting to see right now. But I think Estrada's also pitched very well. He's a slow delivery, but Samardzija needs to get back on track. Ever since that opening day start, he hasn't got any run support. He needs it tonight in Milwaukee. Saturday night at 6 p.m. Central, CSN and Fox Sports Wisconsin, Edwin Jackson at 0-2 against to be announced. Again, it is at the bottom of your screen right now. It has been announced, I believe, but we don't have it on the sheet. So right now, Edwin Jackson's had a couple of good outings. It's been the command issue. He has that 1 inning where he has bad command. I saw him pitch last Sunday against Tim Lincecum. He pitched well, but again, he had that 1 rough inning. There were a bunch of pass balls. He needs if he can control his command tonight or tomorrow, then he'll be able to. I think he'll do an unbelievable job. So I think that'll be big for him. And then finally on Sunday, Giants, I'll be at that game. CSN and Fox Sports Wisconsin. Scott Feldman at 0-2 against Peralta at 0-1. Both guys looking for a win. Again, Feldman's been struggling as well. So is Peralta. They're both looking for their win. Last time Willie Peralta pitched was at Wrigley Field. Or no, he pitched since then. He pitched against the... He pitched, I believe, in St. Louis. But anyway, he's looking for his first win. This team right now, both teams right now are hitting the ball very well. So going into the series, we got to see how the pitchers are doing. The pitching's been the key struggling point for both teams. I think both teams have really proved that they're trying to come over that over this past week. So I think that's a big key. So it should be a fun weekend up in Miller Park. A lot of momentum going for the Brewers sweeping at home the defending World Series champion Giants, and the Cubs able to win 6-2 over the Rangers yesterday. So I think a lot of things going on. It should be a fun series at Miller Park. I will be there on Sunday. Finally, the Sox are on the south side of Chicago. This weekend they'll be hosting the Minnesota Twins. Friday's pitching matchup will be at 7 o'clock tonight on CSN+. It'll be Vance Worley at 0-2, Jake Peavy 2-1. He's been the best pitcher, of course. Brandon now had his doubts, but again, he's 2-1 pitching well. He's facing a team that, of course, has Mauer and Morneau. They're never really 100% healthy. They're a struggling team. They're the team that's probably going to be the bottom of the Central, so the Sox have a chance to possibly gain some games now with the Detroit Tigers and all that. So that'll be a big game. Worley 0-2, former Philly, so it should be interesting. Saturday, I'll be at that game on Fox. It'll be Diamond, Scott Diamond at 0-1, Gavin Floyd at 0-3. Gavin Floyd's had some struggling outings. He leaves pitches over the plate, and he's going to get him knocked out of the park. If he does that against the Twins and a couple of their big hitters, then I think he's going to be trouble. But I think against a younger Scott Diamond, if the Sox, and again, Adam Dunn can get over this little slump, it should be fun. And then finally, Sunday afternoon on WGN, Kevin Correa at 1-1 against Dylan Axelrod at 0-1. So I think the final two games are big. Floyd 0-3, Axelrod 0-1. Both guys need a good start. Will they be able to get it? I hope so, but they're going to need the offense done, trying to get out of his little bit of a flux. Then we'll see what happens, but it should be, hopefully we'll see a good weekend. They have a team that's struggling, so you got to win this. If you're the White Sox, on this show Monday, you got to see them win 2 out of 3. So hopefully they'll be able to do that. So that is the weekend ahead for the Cubs and the Brewers. Of course, the Cubs and Brewers and the Sox, but Cubs and Brewers play each other, and the Sox are home to face the Twinkies. Cubs start a 10-game road trip tonight as well. Now it is time for the newest edition of Call It! Okay, now how we're going to do it today. The offers for tomorrow, because again, if Brandon gets one right, I got to wear a Sox shirt. If not, he has to wear a Cubs shirt down there. So what we're going to do on this new edition of Call It, Brandon has given me his 3 things. We're going to read them right now, because we're going to do, instead of doing 3 for the weekend, we're going to do Cubs, Sox, Brewers for tonight's games. So pay attention to Twitter and Facebook to make sure. Pay attention if one of these things happen, and we'll have it on the Yoni in the City. Now it's time for Brandon for the Cubs tonight. He says Jeff Samardzija is going to get 7 Ks. So Brandon thinks tonight Jeff Samardzija is going to get 7 strikeouts. For the Sox, he says Alejandro De Aza is going to get 2 hits. So we'll see that happen. And then for the Brewers, he says Aoki is going to hit a home run. So again, Samardzija 7 Ks, De Aza 2 hits, Aoki home runs. If say he gets 2 out of 3, I need 2 out of 3 to match him. So we'll see how that goes. Now tonight for me, for the Cubs tonight, I'm going to say, let's see. I'm trying to go out of the bag with these things. Like yesterday, I was going to pick Samardzija. Of course, I went for Villanueva because again with the rain out and all that stuff. So I think as of right now, for the Cubs tonight, I'm going to say DeJesus is going to get a. I'm going to say DeJesus is going to get a leadoff hit. And if he can get that, that'll be big. And then for the Sox tonight, I'm going to say that, because again, this team has been hitting the ball pretty well. I'm going to say tonight, and it seems like Tyler Flowers is doing it as well, so I'm going to say Flowers is going to have a double. And then finally for the Brewers tonight, they have on the bump tonight Marco Estrada. But I still think what you got to look at for this team, I think there's a lot of things you have to look at, but I think they're coming out of their flux. Ryan Braun's in a little bit of a slump right now, but I'm going to say he is going to have 2 RBIs. So to mine is DeJesus leadoff hit for the Cubs, a Flowers double, and 2 RBIs for Braun tonight. So that is my edition of Call It for this week. Preview for Monday. We'll be back here. Both of us will be in here again. We're inside. As of looking right now, it is snowing. But hopefully we'll be back. We were inside twice this week, 3 times outside. We pre-recorded that show yesterday, and you can tell because it wasn't that sunny out around here. A lot of flooding in Chicago. But anyway, we'll be back. Brandon will be back. And so I will recap Cubs, Sox, and Brewers weekend. We'll preview Cubs, Reds, Sox, Indians, and Brewers, Padres game 1. And also a new edition of Yoni in the City. Starting today. We're going to finish off the show with our 3-day edition of Yoni in the City, where today's edition I'm at Wrigley. Mondays I'll be at U.S. Cellular Field, and Tuesday, well, actually it'll be Yoni and Mac in the city on Monday, and then on Tuesday it'll be me at Miller Park. So again, we got a lot of exciting things. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to close up with the new edition of Yoni in the City from Wrigley Field. I am Ryan Yanishada saying have a good weekend, and thank you for watching this presentation of Around the Bases right here on YouTube. Wrigley, it's dry right now. How do you like it so far?
I love it.
And it's also someone's birthday. Whose is it? She's 24. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And of course right now that's them. They're putting the tarp. It looks like they're going to put it back on the field. But again, we'll have updates throughout. Hopefully no rain delay. We can get at least 5 innings in to have a baseball game. Thank you for watching this third edition of Yoni in the City. I'm back here at Wrigley, of course, and what do I always do before the game? I eat. So, what we got right there is a nice brat and then a soda. So I'm ready for the rain delay if there is one, but again, we'll keep you posted. Well, as of right now, it looks like there's a window till 3 o'clock to be able to get this game. And do you think they can get 5 innings at least in?
Yes.
Is there anything you can say besides one word?
Yes, sir.
What does it feel like right now here?
Warm. And nice.
Okay, so hopefully we'll have a game on time. We'll check back hopefully when the game starts. And the tarp coming off the field. Well, the game's gonna start on time. You excited?
Yes.
Been waiting?
Yes.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
We'll have updates, of course, throughout the game, the 3rd, 6th, and 8th, or 3rd, 6th, and 9th. And we'll also have other updates throughout the game. Go Cubbies!
Woohoo!
Taking the field, your Chad.
Just hit a 2-run homer and makes it a 4-0 Cubs lead. Upper tank in right field. Now Soriano just left the yard. It's 5-0 Cubs. Back-to-back jacks. Rizzo and Soriano. So after 3 innings, the Cubs lead 5-1, 2 home runs. How do you like the game so far?
Oh, I love it.
Is this your birthday wish to have the Cubs win?
Yes.
Mine was just to have a game, but through 3 Cubs lead, are you surprised home runs are getting out of here with the wind blowing in? Okay, we'll see what happens then. We'll give you more updates. So far, 5-0 Cubs through 3. And it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old game. Yeah! Well, honey, we're going to the top of the 9th inning. Cubs lead 4-2. Do you think they're going to win?
Yes.
Or no, excuse me, 6-2. They lead by 4. Now, it's kind of been of an up and down game. Do you think Carlos Marlowe can close it out?
I don't know, he kind of sucks.
He does. Well, anyway, Cubs lead 6-2. We'll see if Cubs Go plays at the end of this. 3-2 count. 2 outs in the 9th. Cubs lead it 6-2. Strike 3! Cubs win! Cubs beat the Rangers 6-2! Baseball season.